So Kathleen Kennedy and Disney Star Wars have once again shown us their true colors. They've once again proved to us that they do not care about any of these causes that they claim to support. They don't care about any of these causes that they claim to support on Twitter. They don't care about Black History Month. They don't care about Trans Day of Visibility. They only make those posts on Twitter. They only make those posts on Instagram and other social medias to make everyone think that they care about that stuff. But over and over again, they prove to us through their actions that they do not care about any of that stuff. You can even see that with the Gina Carano situation. Disney always promotes strong women, independent women, and then they fire the strongest independent woman that ever worked for Disney. They fire the only one that's strong enough, that's independent enough to actually speak her mind on Twitter. Even though Lucasfilm told her to stop multiple times, she chose to exercise her right to freedom of speech, regardless of the consequences that would come from Disney, regardless of the consequences that would come from Star Wars. She didn't care. She chose to be a free thinker, and she chose to lose her job but keep her freedom of speech. And that alone should tell you that Disney doesn't care about any of these causes. They don't actually like strong independent women. They just like to portray them in their characters, but they don't actually like having them on set. They don't actually like employing strong independent women. They want everyone else to fall in line. They want everyone to be sheep and either not talk about politics on Twitter, not talk about politics on social media, or if you do talk about politics, be like Pedro Pascal and be radically left. As long as you're radical and you're on the left side, you're totally fine. But if you start speaking your mind even a little bit and you're on the right side of politics, that's where Disney, that's where Star Wars draws the line. They don't actually care about any of these causes. They don't care about strong women. They don't care about independent women. They will fire you if you get out of line. And they've proved that to us over and over again. I'm not even just talking about the Gina Carano situation. The John Boyega situation is way worse. It's way worse in terms of proving to us that they don't care about any of these causes because they virtue signal with John Boyega over and over again. Every single time a day of recognition comes up for Black people, they use John Boyega as their virtue signal, but then when it's time to advertise something, when it's time to advertise The Force Awakens, they shrink him down to an ant. When they go to China, and it's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how they can get away with it. I don't really know what can be done to stop them, other than to just keep spreading the word, keep letting the general public know that Disney is not who they portray themselves to be. Because my entire life, I thought Disney was this pure company that made content for kids, kid-friendly content. Until the last couple years, I didn't realize how horrible Disney was. I didn't realize how many horrible people they employed and what they're willing to do. I didn't realize how many horrible people they employed and the lengths that they're willing to go to in order to make money. The lengths that they would go to prove to everyone that they are pure, that they aren't these horrible people that would do anything for money. They don't care who you are. They will fire you for money, or they'll shrink you down in a racist country to make sure that they make money off of the movie. But then when they come to America, they put you front and center on the poster. But like I said, we have yet another example of this. We have Disney Star Wars showing their true colors once again. Let's get into it. So this article from Bounding Into Comics says Star Wars fans accuse Disney and Lucasfilm of removing Finn from the new Force Awakens poster. And you're probably thinking, what year is this? Is this from 2015? Is this from 6 years ago when they did this in China? And the answer is no, they've actually done it once again. Back in China in 2015, they shrunk Finn down on the Force Awakens poster to advertise in China. This time they removed Finn from the poster altogether. And fans are not happy about it. Fans of John Boyega aren't happy about it. Fans of the sequel trilogy aren't happy about it. And honestly, I'm not too happy about it either. Star Wars fans are accusing Disney, Lucasfilm, and the official Star Wars Twitter account of removing John Boyega's Finn from a newly released Star Wars The Force Awakens poster. The official Star Wars Twitter account recently revealed a number of new posters commissioned for various Star Wars properties, including The Force Awakens. They wrote, to celebrate May the 4th, Lucasfilm and Disney Plus commissioned artists from around the world to create unique illustrations that represent the Star Wars films and original series. Check them out now on Disney Plus. And here is the picture that they posted on Twitter, and as you can see, it's only Kylo Ren and Rey on this Force Awakens poster, and there is some space right here that looks like Finn could be. Honestly, when I first saw this picture, it did look like something was missing, but I didn't think too much of it. I just kept scrolling. But now that people are calling out that they've actually removed Finn from this poster, I can totally see that he's supposed to be somewhere in here, or that there's at least supposed to be other things in this picture, because it does look very empty on this side of the picture. However, when you actually visit the official Star Wars website, you get a very different poster from Fonz that includes Finn, the Millennium Falcon, and a number of First Order TIE fighters. So there's actually quite a lot that's missing from this picture, not just Finn. And that's exactly what I thought when I saw the picture. I was like, why did they remove so much from this picture? It looks so empty now. But I had never actually seen the original picture. It just looks very off to me. But now I can totally see that Finn was supposed to be in this picture. And here is the picture that they posted on StarWars.com with a caption from the artist down here that I'm not going to read because I really just don't care about it. But as you can see, it's much more filled out now. They have the Millennium Falcon right here. They have TIE fighters all over the place. You have Finn in the picture, which you definitely could have fit in on the Twitter picture. That's not an excuse for this one, because a few days ago when they posted that May the 4th advertisement, they took the sequel trilogy characters out, and their excuse was that the sequel trilogy characters were on the outside of the poster and that it cut off because it's a Twitter picture. But I think that's even worse, because that means that they chose to cut out sequel trilogy characters. They could have chose a different picture that had sequel trilogy characters in it, but they chose to have the picture that cut off the sequel trilogy characters when you chose that poster. But this one has absolutely no excuse at all, because you 100% could have fit Finn in that picture. Look at where he is in this picture. He's between Kylo Ren and Rey, and when you scroll back up and look at it, he definitely could have fit right here. There's no question about it. But even in this original picture, he's much smaller than the other two characters, just like they did in China for the advertisement. But I guess he wasn't small enough right here. I guess they had to make him a little bit smaller to appease the Chinese overlords. We know how much Disney loves their China. We know how much shady stuff they do with China, but the general public isn't aware of that. The general public doesn't realize how much bad stuff they do when they go to China, how many deals they actually do with them. Like I said, Disney does a lot lot of shady stuff with them. Here's the article from CNN. CNN actually reported on this back when it happened. Here's the article about Finn being shrunk down when they went to China to advertise The Force Awakens. Chinese state media hits back at claims of racist Star Wars poster. As you can see, Finn on the left holding a lightsaber, very prominent, very big in the poster. And then when you go on the right, this is the Chinese poster of The Force Awakens, and you can barely see Finn. You really can't even find him if you try to find him. It still takes a few seconds for you to be able to find him, but he is right here in the bottom right of the picture. So very prominent on the left right here when you're in the progressive United States, but on the right here when you go to China, you shrink him down because they're not as progressive. It's so obvious that whatever country they go to, whatever country they're advertising in, they're just going to play into the politics of that country. Like I said, they don't care about any of these American politics causes. They don't care about any of these causes that they virtue signal on Twitter for. They're just trying to profit off these causes. They're just trying to profit off of American politics. And it's so obvious to me. I hope it's obvious to everyone else as well. Not only is there a different image on StarWars.com, but Fonge's art is also featured on Disney Plus for The Force Awakens, and it also features Finn. So here's the poster for The Force Awakens on Disney Plus where you can actually watch the movie, and once again, it includes Finn. So I really don't understand why they had to take Finn out for the Twitter picture. I know that Twitter pictures have to be shrunk down sometimes, but it's so obvious that they could have fit Finn in that picture. It doesn't even take up any more space. He just fits between Kylo Ren and Rey. And here we have some reactions of Finn being removed from this picture. And some of these go a little bit overboard because they're from Reylos, because they're from feminists, because they're from that group of people, that Twitter hate mob, that Twitter cancel culture mob. Even though I think I'm feeling the same feelings that they're feeling, even though I wanted Finn included in that poster because I do like Finn as a character quite a lot. And I think it's wrong the way that they treated John Boyega this entire time. They literally treated him like a walking, talking virtue signal. And I think that's so wrong, but these people do go a little bit overboard. Feminist of Naboo with a blue butterfly in her name. You can already see where this is going. But she says, F you, why cut out Finn from The Force Awakens art? Get F. So a little bit overboard, a little bit crazy, just how someone with the name of Feminist of Naboo with a blue butterfly in their name should act. Just how you would expect them to act, but I do share the sentiment. I do feel the same feelings that you're feeling, but she's just acting like everyone else in that Twitter hate mob acts. This is how those people act. This is how someone with the name of Feminist of Naboo with a blue butterfly in their name acts. Why cut out Finn? Is it disrespect to the artist, to the fans, to the actor, to the authors of the story? I agree, it 100% is a disrespect to the artist, even though I do believe that the artist created this picture as well. I think they must have asked the artist to create another picture for Twitter without Finn, because it's not like they just cut him out. It's not like they just masked him out of the picture. They definitely moved some things around. They took the TIE fighters out. They took the Millennium Falcon out. So they definitely asked the artist to make some changes. So I don't think it's that disrespectful to the artist, but I definitely think it's disrespectful to the fans. It's definitely disrespectful to the actor. They've disrespected John Boyega so many times. I don't think he even cares at this point. He's kind of just dead inside. He's kind of just indifferent towards Disney Star Wars now because he knows they're going to disrespect him over and over again. But whenever Black History Month rolls around, they're going to virtue signal with him on Twitter. The art on Disney Plus for The Force Awakens actually has Finn in it. Why is he not here? That's a good question, ZZ Gator. I don't know the answer to that either. It is very, very weird. I see leaving the POC out. Yes, that's exactly what it looks like to me as well. And I don't understand how they can post this not knowing what the optics are of this. You post the original picture everywhere. You post the one with Finn in it everywhere. And then when you post on Twitter, you take Finn out after you already went through this controversy before in China. I don't know how they don't see this coming. I don't understand how their PR team can't see this coming, how their PR team can't tell them to stop doing this. Stop having pictures with Finn in it front and center and then taking him out in other pictures. You know what the backlash is going to be like. You know what the response from the fans are going to be like. You can't keep doing this over and over again and not expecting the same thing to happen. But let me know what you guys think of this situation. Do you think everyone's overreacting? Do you think it's one big overreaction? Or do you feel the same way about them taking Finn out of this picture? Do you think it's just as bad as them taking Finn out the poster in 2015? Or do you think they just had to make space on the picture for them to post it on Twitter? Personally, I don't think they had to make space at all. I think they took him out for different reasons. What that reason is, I don't think I have to speculate. I think you know what that reason is. I think they definitely could have fit Finn in that picture. They could have put him between Rey and Kylo. There's no doubt about it. But let me know what you think in the comments. If you want to support the channel, check out all the new merch that I just dropped. The link to that will be in the description. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on Twitter or join the Discord, both of those links will be in the description as well. But thank you for watching the video and hope to see you in the next one.